thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. I am from Milwaukee. I just moved here from Wisconsin. Have we, anyone been? Been to Wisconsin? Good, stay that way. That is fine. Yeah, I come from a part of the country, if you're unfamiliar, the part of the country where the land is as flat as my boobs. Alright? But I like you guys over here. You guys have some tall, just big titty land here in Pittsburgh. It's nice. I like it. I like Pittsburgh so far. The other day I was driving past a hardware store and I saw a sign on it that said Free Palestine. I was like, what a woke hardware store. And then I looked a little bit closer and I saw that the sign actually said Free Pallets. Which is the weirdest way to find out you're dyslexic, and also it really makes sense because I understood that sign just about as well as I understand the Israel-Palestine complex. I read a lot of articles. I still am having trouble with it. I go to therapy. We got other people in here going to therapy. Yeah, a lot of small, scared white women with me here tonight. I like therapy a lot. The other day, my therapist was telling me that I'm too hard on myself. Immediately, I was like, "You're right. I'm a piece of shit." Do this all the time. I am very hard on myself. I have anxiety. You know, like I've never been someone who would describe themselves as cool or badass. Okay. I have one tattoo and it's a reference to children's literature. I smoked my first ever cigarette at 27 years old. So I think I'll get to heroin when I'm 50. You know, like I'm not cool. I know what I am. I get my whole vibe. Okay, like I'm that girl who had her sexual awakening to a little musical known as the Newsies. Right, we've got some fellow Newsies heads in here. All right, both of you. Okay. Oh, it's a group activity for you two. We know what they're doing tonight. The Newsies, if you're unfamiliar, a musical about these paper boys in the 1800s, all right? Just imagine a gang of hot, unwashed men. They're living together, dancing, singing. It's incredibly straight. And this is what truly did it for me back in the day. I mean it, like, I'm gonna need a man who can eat me out with an old-timey accent. Alright? Like, babe, the Newsies may be on strike, but that tongue is not. Let's put on some suspenders and get to work. Keep the cap on. I'm single. Surprise, surprise. I'm single. I've been in one long relationship in my life. I dated someone for 6 years previously. Dating someone for 6 years, it's weird, you know, and then breaking up. The best way that I can describe it, it's kind of like if you were to do a free trial of marriage. Right? Except we don't date anymore, and I still have his credit card information. That's how you do it, ladies. You should have signed the prenup. Yeah, so I've been single for like 2 years, living alone in that time. I assume we've all heard this phrase before. Everyone know the phrase, strong, independent woman. Okay, I realized recently that I don't like this phrase, but hear me out. I do think that women can be strong and independent. What I don't like is how this phrase implies that all independent women are also strong. Because I'm a 5'0", just single bitch living alone. I'm afraid of every piece of gym equipment that's ever existed, alright? I feel like I'm kind of here to show the world that there are weak, independent women. We need to be seen for who we are, ladies. We need to rise up like an inflatable tube man on a windy day. Just me and all my noodle arm bitches. I can tell a lot of you in here, we've all cried in a hardware store before. Alright, we're lifting heavy shit out of sheer willpower because no one is coming to help us. We keep going so when you see us struggle in public and don't help, you get to call yourself a feminist. And that is beautiful. It's beautiful. I like it. Alright, I recently was listening to a podcast, heard of them. I was listening to this podcast and there are these two guys talking about going down on a woman, eating pussy if you will. I was kind of struck by how this one guy, he at one point described pussy. He said that when he goes down on a woman, it tastes like pennies to him. It tastes like pennies. I was like, exactly. But I was like, you know, that makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because women make 82 cents for every dollar that a man earns. You know, someone said know your worth and our vaginas took that literally. But then it got me thinking, what if we ever did get equal pay? You know, like, I think we would go from like a coin purse to just some fat stacks. We'd be walking around with money guns between our legs, you know? Just going outside, spraying our crotch bills everywhere. The future is female, you know, something like that. You know, a female orgasm, when I think about it, it actually does remind me a lot of a money gun. Hear me out, okay, so like, a money gun, it takes some effort to go out and find one, right? But when you do, there is no better feeling than setting that thing off. Male orgasms, on the other hand, I like to think of them more like a public fountain. Because you can find them anywhere. And you know, they just kind of, what do? They shoot off liquid into a large bowl where people throw pennies. Yeah, we all came back around, I know. Oh my gosh, you guys have been so fun. I'm going to do one more for you here, and then we'll keep this lineup going. One more vagina thing. All right, here we go. I gonna talk about my period, all right? Just, you know, it's all right, boys. We're going to get through this. It's okay. I have had this thing called an irregular period all of my life, okay? So basically just means never comes at the same exact time every single month. It's perfectly normal and fine, and it's honestly nice to know that my period is as lazy as I am. You know, I like to think my period has the personality of a stoned teenager. Because she might come around today, she might come around in a couple days, but when she does, I am going to eat all of the junk food I own. And I'm definitely gonna call my mom a bitch later.